Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about RC bridges in detail. De Soty Bridge. It is also known as simple capacitance bridge, and it is used to measure an unknown capacitance value whose configuration is shown in the figure. From the figure, we can say that the circuit of De Soty bridge consists of two purely capacitive impedances Z1 and Zx with zero leakage current through dielectrics, and two purely resistive impedances Z3 and Z4. Notice that the Z1 is a standard capacitance while Zx is unknown capacitance to be measured. Also Z3 and Z4. Z3 and Z4 are known as variable resistances which can be replaced by a voltage divider resistance box if their ratio is given. In complex notation, we can write as Z1 equals to minus J upon omega C1, Zx equals to J upon minus J upon omega Cx. For Z3 it is equal to R3, and for Z4 it is R4. And for the bridge to balance, it must hold the relation Z1 Z4 equals to Zx into Z3. We have already seen this relation. If we substitute the values in this equation, then we will get minus J upon omega C1 into R4 equals to minus J upon omega Cx into R3. So from this it will be Cx R4 equal to C1 into R3. And after solving this, for Cx the expression will be C1 R3 upon R4. Now consider that a resistance is connected in parallel or series with the unknown capacitance while the rest of the circuit remains the same. This combination is equivalent to the circuit of leaky capacitor. Leaky capacitor. The leakage currents so produced will cause currents IA, and current IB to go out of phase, which in turn causes the potential drops IAR3 and IBR4 to become out of phase with each other. It is impossible to achieve the balance condition in such case. Hence, it may be concluded that a de Sauty bridge should be employed only to determine high resistance dielectric capacitors. Now we will see one numerical. A de Sauty bridge has a standard capacitance of 0.1 microfarad and the adjustable range of R3 and R4 from 1 kilo ohm to 200 kilo ohm. What are the minimum and maximum values of capacitance that can be measured using this bridge? So, given values are capacitance C1 is given, that is 0.1 microfarad, R3 minimum and R4 minimum is 1 kilo ohm, and R3 and R4 maximum is given, that is 200 kilo ohm. The unknown capacitance can be measured by using previous equation we have seen, that is Cx equals to C1 R3 upon R4. The maximum measurable value of Cx can be determined as Cx max equals to C1 R3 max upon R4 minimum. If we substitute the values in this equation, we can write Cx max equals to 0.1 into 10 to minus 6 because it is in microfarad, into 200 into 10 to 3 because it is in kilo ohm, so we are writing as 200 into 10 to 3 upon R4 minimum, that is 1 kilo ohm, so 1 into 10 to 3, and answer will be 20 microfarad for Cx max. The minimum measurable value of Cx can be determined as Cx minimum equals to C1 R3 minimum upon R4 max. And again, if we substitute the values in this equation, we will get Cx minimum as 0.1 into 10 to minus 6 into 1 into 10 to 3 upon 200 into 10 to 3, and after calculating this expression we will get the answer as 500 picofarad, 500 picofarad, that is the value of Cx minimum. The modified de Sauty bridge. The de Sauty bridge studied earlier is used to measure the capacitance with zero leakage current. If there is some leakage current flowing through the capacitor with a high resistance dielectric, the bridge is modified as shown in the figure. This modified circuit is also known as series resistance capacitance bridge. The RS CX combination, RSCX, this one in the circuit represents the high resistance dielectric capacitance possessing low dissipation factor and an extremely low leakage current. Note that the CX is the pure capacitance. The standard variable resistance R1, here it is given, is connected serially with standard capacitance C1. Under balance condition, the potential drop across this resistance R1 becomes the potential drop across this resistance R1 balances the potential drop across ZX branch. The inconvenient small values of R1 can be eliminated by connecting another resistance Rs in ZX branch to increase its total resistive component. It should be noted that when each capacitance branch possesses a considerable resistive component, the minimum voltage deflection by the null detector can be achieved easily. The variable resistances R3 and R4 are alternatively adjusted along with the R1 in order to attain balance of the bridge. So we know that the balance occurs when this condition is satisfied, that is Z1 Z4 equals to Zx into Z3. In complex notation, in complex notation we can write R1 minus J upon omega C1 into R4 is equal to Rs minus J upon omega Cx into R3. Now if we separate and equate real and imaginary parts of this equation, we can write Rs equals to R1 R4 upon R3 and Cx equals to C1 R3 upon R4. If we see the phasor diagram, under the balance condition, we know that the voltage drop across opposite arms of the bridge must be in the same amplitude as well as same in the phase. So Vz1 equals to Vzx, Vz3 equals to Vz4, and if we substitute or replace by current, so it will be IAR1 equals to IBRS and IAR3 equals to IBR4. The relationship between voltage drop in a modified D-Soti bridge can be shown in a phasor diagram as shown in the figure. So here all the phasors are given, that is IAR1 equals to IBRS, IAXC1 equals to IBXCX, IAR1 equals to IBZX, IAR3 equals to IBR4, and this is the phasor E. The voltage drop across pure resistances R3 and R4 are equal in phase and amplitude. The current flowing through them is in phase with their respective voltage drops, that is, IA is in phase with IAR3 and IB is in phase with the IBR4. So IB is in phase with IBR4, IA is in phase with IAR3. The case would not be same with impedances Z1 and Zx since they comprise both resistance and capacitance. The current IA and IB through resistances R1 and Rs are equal to the voltage drops IAR1 equals to IBRS. Now, as C1 and Cx are purely capacitive, the currents IA and IB through them lead their respective capacitive voltage drops IA XC1 and IB XCX by 90 degree. The phasor sum of resistive and capacitive voltages IR1 and IXC1 is the voltage drop across impedance Z1, that is IAZ1, while that of IBR2 and IBXCX is the voltage drop across ZX, that is IBZX. The phasor sum of IAZ1 and IR3 or IBR4 and IBZX gives the supply voltage E. Next numerical, a modified D-Shorty bridge is operating at a frequency of 120 Hz and has capacitor C1 is 0.5 microfarad and resistance R3 is 12 kilo ohm. The bridge attains balance when R1 is 130 ohm and R4 is 15 kilo ohm. Determine the capacitive impedance and dissipation factor. So the capacitance under measurement can be obtained as Cx equals to C1 R3 upon R4, and if we substitute the given values, then we will get Cx equals to 0.4 microfarad. The unknown resistance Rs can be found as Rs equal to R1 R4 upon R3. If we substitute the given values, then we will get Rs as a 162.5 ohm. The dissipation factor can be calculated as D equals to omega Cx Rs, or we can write 2 pi f Cx Rs, and after substituting the values we will get the value of D, that is dissipation factor, as 0.049. So in next lecture or next video we will see about parallel resistance capacitance bridge. Thank you for watching this video.